Okay, everybody, a good morning to you. As we are continuing to take a check right now, going onward into your Monday, we're following up Easter Sunday. Of course, it was a very busy weekend. It was beautiful. It was sunny. We saw 80s by the second half of the weekend. Man, it felt like we were later into spring. But right now, we're going to take a little bit of a reality check of our weather, but still not right now. Let's welcome you in here, starting out again your cloudier Monday, starting to see a little bit more shrouding of the skies. I'm WIS First Alert Meteorologist Tony Schiavaroli. Thank you again for taking a check of this live stream as I work to prepare you into this week. And there is some mornings you should be preparing differently, not just from your wardrobe, but just in terms of keeping eyes in the sky and some travel hazards. So let's go through these steps between today and tomorrow, two very similar days, and then see how we followed up with a very different day, active day into Wednesday. Not as active as you might think, but still going to be seeing some problems. So let's continue to start you out here. I want to give you a live check right now. Let's take you outside, taking a look at our Elgin camera up towards, of course, what a lot of areas are going to be between Richland, Kershaw counties. You know, most of the rest of the region are really going to see a lot of this, just that cloud layer that's continuing to settle in overhead. It really provided us, though, I will say, with a gorgeous sunrise color. Man, oh man, if you're watching again this live stream now, you were up a little bit earlier, you got to see that sunrise. It was fantastic. Some of those colors mixing in just as the clouds started to increase. It was so nice. Let's, of course, see this right now. Still pretty tranquil out there. We're going to be seeing a good amount of some cloud coverage, trying to, of course, give way to a bit more of that sun as we make our move into this day. And we see it's still out of these temperatures that are going to be around similar levels. Mid-60s right now. Newberry, Saluda, Batesburg, Leesville. You can pop on over towards Sumter, out to Manning, down to Orangeburg, even right here in our capital city, and Lexington as well. So many surrounding communities right at similar marks. And the only reason a lot of these markers are still showing sunshine is because, yes, there's some breaking through. There's UV rays out there. These sensors are just a little bit odd, and they can never do the best job picking up when there's thin layers of cloud layers above. It has to be a very thick cloud layer to actually show up as a cloudy day on those icons. Anyway, speaking of that forecast for April Fool's Day, which, of course, starting out this month, is no joke. You know, we're not going to be kidding around here. We're going to let you know what's going on in a serious sense. We want to make sure you're getting ready for these days as they come at you. And today, just a lot of simplicity. You know, even seeing some upper 60s, near 70 for our capital city. I wouldn't be surprised we did hit that between 10 and 11 o'clock. And then just into the day, those low 80s come back. We continue to see some breaks of sun remaining. Yes, still some clouds, but everything with a wind that's going to be eventually more so out of the south and west. It all fosters a warmer environment today. And then with more clouds that actually mix in overnight, we continue to stay extremely mild, you know, for nighttime temperatures, of course. Everything with all this is with moisture that's actually coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico, and that is going to be having a command in our weather pattern for the next few days. So let's keep up with that. As we're working onto a cold front, we're going to be seeing some showers, and with a couple downpours that could set up into Wednesday morning. Again, this is late, very late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. You know, around a half an inch. It's not going to be the biggest rain event, not going to see really aggressive storms, but definitely enough that could, you know, shake up your morning forecast and just give damp roads in general, which is, you know, never going to be fun for those hitting the road early, getting into the middle of this week. So that's going to be something to watch out for starting out Wednesday. Quick depiction of that for our in-house model, your future cast, as we first alert you forward. Getting into this day, still seeing some clouds roll in, but there can still be breaks of sun at times. That's the thing. We're just getting away from high pressure that had a huge command in our weather pattern this weekend. It was so dry, you know, we were getting warmer. Now today we're just starting to see more moisture filter in. So yes, there will be clouds. They just won't be really thick clouds. Not as much as we could see for Tuesday. This is where we're going to be getting more of that moisture pumping up out of the Gulf of Mexico, a bit more of gusty winds from the south and west, and as all of that continues, it just builds those dew points for us. You know, continues to make things feel more humid out there, because it will be. Now as we get onward into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, this is where we see the cold front I've been talking about. This is all going to be meeting up with that warmer air, that moisture that builds up, and once, of course, this hits into that, this is going to be giving us the potential to see some downpours, a few storms, and just in general, scattered shower activity. So the early morning hours of Wednesday will honestly be the best time frame to watch out for what we can see with any heavier rain capacity and, you know, a few storms popping up. After all that is said and done, we will be starting to see the upstate of South Carolina drying out rapidly. More of that dryness will find its way down to the Midlands. We're going to start to see this cold front saying, all right, moisture, you had your fun, you popped up a little bit, and now get out of here. Very good westerly breeze continues to take over, eventually changing up out of the northern west, and it's just all about high pressure drier air again that will have a big command on the second half of this week. The thing is, though, it's going to be a very slow-moving area of high pressure, so that'll keep us dry for a while, but also it's going to keep us in a realm of, a good north and westerly breeze for a while, some clearing skies. So taking that check into the middle of the week after our 2, days of clouds on the increase, still seeing 80s, though. Today and tomorrow still very warm. Gotta watch out. Eyes in the sky, careful, heading out for any early travels on Wednesday. You can see, of course, some of the damp roads, some rain trying to continue, and a few storms embedded in spots. Not going to see everyone get storms, but a few isolated ones should be in there with that rain. Now going later into the week, cold front passes, say hello sunshine, blue skies are back. It will be beautiful, but it'll be a time to start dressing warmer for some of those mornings again. Should be getting a few upper 30s to sneak back to the region, especially as we approach the start of the weekend. So I'm hoping this isn't going to be the worst week for you overall. Not too bad. A lot of dry mornings. Only main one you really got to watch out for will be Wednesday. And of course, you could always catch more updates on this live stream for your first alert forecast. You could always take a check on our website as well, wistv.com. Or, of course, if you just want to get strictly more news updates, you like, of course, getting things in tune on this live stream, well, you could hang around here for a little bit or check back in closer to 9 o'clock because for any news updates locally, any big national stories, what's new this morning will be coming up for you. Of course, always appreciate you checking in for your forecast as well, though. I hope this is a good Monday for you. A nice, easy day. Maybe you do have a bit of leisure time. I know kids are on spring break this week, at a lot of schools, so, have at it. I hope it's going to be a great few days, especially as we're settling still in these 80s. Thanks again for checking in, my friends. Have a good one.